Take that. No
Take
love.
that. Take that.
So we harmonize that shit like New Edition.
Take that. Take that.
Yo, welcome to the TrapNerd podcast. Here for another week. I'm back with the guys. I got Marv on the cam, X from the dark web, White Suede,
Hey,
CJ,
It's your boy.
and me. We all here. Probably for one of the last few times it's gonna be just the five of us.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my nigga X. You know what I'm saying? We got the word, you know what I'm saying? My man's relocating. That don't mean he ain't gonna be on the show. You know what I'm saying? He just ain't gonna be in the building.
They always feel my presence.
But
nigga.
X from the dark web
I always
find a way
gonna
to
feel
be
my
here.
presence,
X from the dark
nigga.
web gonna find a way to be there, right?
he gonna hack some shit.
I'll hack some shit,
Right. So y'all niggas ain't gonna call me. Watch, I'm gonna hack y'all.
His voice is be coming from the fucking laptop. Yeah,
Yo.
Pop up a video. They were like, what the fuck?
I ain't even got Skype on this
Like
shit.
super villain type shit.
Yep.
So,
Blocking all my screens and shit.
how y'all niggas feeling tonight, man?
Good.
How was y'all off weekend? What y'all niggas get into?
Feeling great.
Was y'all bagging women? Was y'all out getting bitches?
No, I did Ted Fest.
I'm a good noodle.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, how was Ted Fest?
Ted Fest was lit, actually.
Yeah, I
It was
seen
Ted
it.
Fest was
fun.
popping.
Yeah.
I was trying to get there, man.
I got everybody to sing day and night with me, so that's all I cared about for my set.
That's dope.
I know that's the only reason I wanted to go, just for your set and to do that. But I had to go.
I was telling people I was doing day and night. They was like, wow. I said, tomorrow the 10-year anniversary. Nigga, this album saved my life.
Facts. Well, not for me, but for you.
Cinnamon
Feel
right,
you.
nigga.
I feel you. Yep.
Yeah, but other than that, CJ, how's business?
Booming.
Josh, how's it going? How's your picks?
It's going good.
Yeah.
5-0 so far in the season. I just put up my for tomorrow.
All I know is if Josh beat me tomorrow in fantasy, he ain't on the show.
Oh, it's happening.
His ass fired.
It's
too.
happening.
Yeah, it's,
You can't fire me.
oh, bitch, you fight.
We already put the paperwork in
Why we can't fire you?
Listen, man. I'm gonna call the labor board. I ain't have a break in months.
Break? You
I
show
saw
up
some-
late.
There's a
Every
roach.
week.
There's a roach right there, motherfucker.
This nigga show up late every week and he bring alcohol.
He be drunk on the
He be drunk on the job.
Man, I got multiple video recordings of you guys smoking illicit drugs.
These drugs are illegal in some states.
Some states, not this one.
Decriminalized here.
Decriminalized, so it's not.
Don't matter.
just a
Not in a
fine.
working environment.
Bitch.
It makes me uncomfortable.
It makes you uncomfortable.
Yeah.
You go to HR?
Not yet.
That's right.
You were making me uncomfortable when you were in
Better
here
stay far
without
the
with
fuck away from
You
HR.
guys got me in a corner and said
Chill
if you
out.
ever go to HR, we're beating your ass.
that.
So I'm suing.
You
Better
were,
not fire
you,
me.
Hearsay, brother.
you were making me uncomfortable when you were in here with no beard.
Yo,
So
When was the last time I was in here with no beard?
yo.
yeah,
Here with a hoodie on. It's 80 degrees outside.
We
We
sh-
making
It
him
is
uncomfortable.
hotter.
we
in
should have
here.
left you outside, bro.
Y'all ain't even got no AC in here. It's
What
a
you-
damn sweatshop. You see
what
all
you
these
got-
clothes hanging around?
What you got in that hoodie?
There's been 7 Chinese children in this room for 9 hours before we got here.
Josh,
Shit,
keep it
9
on.
hours of light. They had a sweatshop.
That's why Josh got a hoodie with 80-degree weather. He keep it on him.
Keep it
Right.
on.
Yeah.
Not Josh out here committing crimes and shit. In the name of white Jesus.
In the name of what? He's a crusader.
He's a crusader, Josh the crusader.
We gotta get back to Holy Land.
Yeah. Oh man, where y'all want to start this week? Y'all want to start with AB? Or y'all want to start?
Yeah, let's get AB's stupid ass out of the way.
Man, let's get it out the way. Fuck it. So last week or last podcast, we bigged up AB for pulling off the ultimate finesse.
The heist.
So
I
what's
think
he-
y'all bigged him up.
And then, not 10 days later, a sexual assault allegation came out. Then the second sexual assault allegation came out.
And then he texted both of them.
He texted the women.
This nigga.
He pulled off the ultimate heist, then went back to the bank to make a deposit.
Yo,
I didn't-
This
I
nigga-
didn't-
With the die money.
This
Yeah.
nigga added the one girl to a group chat with his lawyer. Why would you add your lawyer in this?
He is the NFL version of Florida Man,
No,
son.
he
100%.
Antonio Brown is. I tweeted this yesterday. Antonio Brown is the walking embodiment of the line. You get the bag and fumble it.
Yo,
Dude.
He really did fumble it. He fumbled $30 million.
He fumbled damn near probably $100 million.
Yeah,
He
if you're
lost
looking
his
at the
Nike
long
deal,
game.
He lost his helmet endorsement.
What
thing
did
that
he
got.
say to these women?
He was
one
calling the
girl
one
was
like a dumb
threatening
bitch
Yo,
or some shit. Like he
The
was
one
like,
girl, he threatened her, sent her pictures of her kids, was threatening her, and then
that's why he got released. The
But
page
in a group chat that he had his lawyer in.
he
What's
had
the lawyer supposed to say? Like,
he had like the Patriots were gonna let him go through the investigation and not like release him unless something came up. And he these allegations came out like 3 days ago.
They're not even charges as being pressed.
Yeah, and they were gonna let him play this week. They were gonna let him do him until like if he was guilty, they whatever. But then he texted these girls, like he texted one of the girls today, and that's where they were like, "All right, you're out."
Yo, and this nigga, the one message that he sent the girl that said that he raped her. This nigga sound like he was fucking Tupac writing a diss track in that fucking. Fuck you and your mom, you stupid bitches.
Yeah,
thought
you
y'all
out
was
here
gonna
lying, telling people
right.
you got a gym and you don't own a gym and you poor.
You trash that gymnastics, bitch. You can't land straight. Like
He said I was all pro before I was training with you. No, he said I jacked off on your back,
bitch.
no question mark with an exclamation point. So that's kind of like an admittance of guilt. And then he was like,
"That's not
it's not, but it looks kind of sketchy." And then he's like,
"It's a bad look."
He's like, "You said you made me. I was all pro before I got with your ass." Blah blah blah. He's wild, man.
That's why he said my baby by trick you, stupid bitch. You and your Bob is trying to get on a come up.
Which he's probably right.
He was in that email like my phone make sure all your kids don't grow.
So was mine in one of my other leagues.
Bruh, I had the perfect setup. Tom Brady, Antonio Brown. What more could you ask for?
I don't know. But you still got Brady.
Dude, first game he didn't even know the playbook. He still got 4 catches, 60 yards, and a touchdown.
Right.
Didn't even know the playbook.
That back shoulder throw is that's him. That's he's probably the best back shoulder throw receiver in the league.
I'll tell you what.
Oh yeah.
If you come to Green Bay, I go be bad at him.
Well, he's gonna get picked up because those Chargers ain't gonna stick.
Apparently, like a couple teams have already reached out interest. Yeah. They're gonna get him for a minimum. Yeah. Sign him 1 year, $2 million.
He's gonna go from that $15 million contract.
Well, he's gonna get that $9 million from the Patriots too.
No.
They're not giving it to him?
They cut him before because they're saying
Monday. They cut him before this Monday coming up. And technically he breached his contract because those investigations were ongoing. And when he signed a contract, you're legally obligated to tell them that you got that going on in the NFL. He didn't tell them, so now he breached his contract.
So he made like $1 million like game day check, and he's making $158,000 from his guaranteed. Yeah. So he made about $1.2 million when he was guaranteed 30 coming into the season.
Jesus fucking Christ!
Since March, he cost himself, like I said, with endorsements, with Nike, the helmet thing, the contracts. He cost himself $100 million since March.
That man gonna kill himself.
He said he don't need money.
Should.
That's what he said. He said I don't need money. That's what he told us.
Do after these lawyer fees.
That's what he said in his interview. I don't need money. The NFL gonna play by my rules.
Delonte West probably told somebody that too.
The NFL gonna play by his rules.
Well,
these white people gonna get him the fuck out of here. If it was some more black owners, you could say that because the niggas will give you a chance. But
no, if it was strictly about
no black owners, you're not like you're fucking up.
When it was strictly about football, they were playing by his rules. He did everything he could to get off the Raiders and still got signed to the #1 organization in sports. They were playing by his rules, but you can't be out here doing that shit for one, and two, even if they're lying and they're just coming up for bread,
Dude,
you stay away from it.
Speaking of players, organizations losing their players, we lost our starting pitcher.
Who?
Yankees.
What? What the fuck was this?
He's out for the rest of the playoffs.
Who?
God damn it, what's his name?
God, I was just watching the game earlier and say shit about that.
Fuck. Yeah.
Molester?
Starting pitcher. Fucking God, why can't I call his name?
Oh my God, Domingo Germán?
Yes, why can't I get that out?
Domestic violence.
Yeah, he's out for the rest of the playoffs during that investigation.
That's #1 weakness too. Mm-hmm. Man, that shit's trash.
Motherfucker, and if they ain't playing, and all you gotta do is fucking accuse a motherfucker, and that's it. That's why I tell these young black athletes, yo, stay away from the white women. You know what? As a matter of fact,
for ABs, it was black girls, so.
Damn.
Yeah.
Shorty was black?
Yeah, the girl that accused him of rape was black.
Both of them were, I think.
Yeah.
Damn. Well,
all I know is if when I get rich, if you try and pin some shit on me, I'm having you assassinated. So you might as well keep your mouth shut.
It's only assassinated if they're great.
Hey, then I'm gonna have you murdered.
There you go. Now you whacked, bitch. Whoa, I can't say that.
Wow.
We wild. Can't say that.
Why?
So what if it really happened and the bitch come up dead? And
about it though before we move on?
I know.
I feel like
then they pull this up. We're gonna be sitting in court like,
I'm gonna pay the judge.
damn, I need Annalise Keating.
I'm gonna pay the judge. I'm gonna be rich.
Oh, okay.
How you guys feel?
About AB?
Yeah. AB.
Oh, he's a fucking dummy.
No one cares.
I don't feel
No-
bad
no
for
sympathy?
him no more.
I don't have no sympathy for him. No.
Nah, they should keep an eye on him. Though. That boy might kill himself.
Yo, how dumb do you gotta be?
Antonio
I don't know,
Brown
something
dumb.
like it. He made it so he had more leverage. My whole thought process behind the fucking
Just the craziest
whole-
offseason ever
the
for a
total
player.
events by all the events that occurred so far. I'm assuming that it's probably either the Steelers that's behind it or the Raiders. You know what I'm saying? They probably buried this shit,
Yeah.
and the second he decided to show his ass and signing with the Patriots was the ultimate. Like, I bet. Now, if he would have went to a different team where he may not have been a contender, they probably would have let AB go all quietly and do his numbers and go out. That's a selfish football player.
That nigga
But
went to the
fact that he went to the
Patriots.
Patriots.
They both said,
So it's either
"Fuck
So
no."
I mean, it's either Roger Goodell or the Roomans. You know
Can
what I'm saying?
I think
People that, honestly, think about it. It's a couple families in the NFL that have more power than others. You know what I'm saying?
And
And the Roonies are one of
because
those
they've been
people, 'cause
around.
They've been and they are the Steelers. So what I do? What he wanted. The reason why he didn't want to be in Pittsburgh because they were going to franchise tag him. He wanted to see the free agent market, meaning he was trying to get his way to fucking New England.
Yeah. He got traded.
They said no. We're not going to let you go to the free agent market yet. We're going to trade you. Now, he couldn't be that guy and be like, yo, I'm not signing no deal. So he goes and takes that deal from Oakland. But he knew he was going to be in Oakland after the first fucking OTA. He was like, all right, this ain't it. So I'm gonna do
Yeah, but he already did that. He already did it with the Bills. So why didn't he do it for Oakland too?
He said I didn't want to go to the Bills.
You know
That
why
was
he didn't
clear.
want to come to the Bills though? Because he smashed Jordan Poyer's wife.
Which one?
Jor-
Oh, he's got the wife, and then he's got some other girl that he cheating on.
yeah,
his wife
because
with.
Jordan. Yeah. So,
Rachel Bush, you're talking about, right? That's his one he married.
Yeah.
It's like Instagram.
So yeah, back like a couple years ago, Jordan Poyer cheated on his wife with some girl from Buffalo.
Not even bad either.
Yeah, just some random bitch that he met at a bar in Buffalo. His wife found out. Fucked Antonio Brown. That's why Antonio Brown didn't want to come to Buffalo because he didn't want to deal with that.
Or he just didn't want to be in Buffalo because it's Buffalo. But either way it goes. So he forced his way to New England. And that shit probably it upset the powers that be in my eyes. I'm looking at it like either Roger Goodell, like, fuck, I can't let Brady dominate. I can't let them dominate. You know what I'm saying? The Roonies is like, oh, fuck that. You think you about to come and just dominate in the AFC?
With our rival?
Especially after they announced that he was going to get that 2-year, $20 million
Are you
guarantee.
are you guys up to date on how to get away with murder?
Yeah.
This was definitely the Roonies.
It was definitely the Roonies. Hell yeah. 100%.
Yes,
See?
it might have been the Roonies and whoever over there in
The
Oakland.
first half was the Roonies, and the second half was just
I was
Antonio
gonna say
Brown
they
himself.
That is true.
Yeah, we get that letter. He dug himself a grave and did not.
And then he started putting the
Yo,
dirt on top of
It
him,
was like a cartoon.
like
when
the
you
SpongeBob meme.
Yup.
The SpongeBob meme. Yep.
That shit was crazy.
So I finished Snowfall.
I have not watched one episode of Snowfall.
You seen the last episode?
I did.
How'd you feel about it?
Is it done or
I
is
can't
it?
be mad at him.
Okay.
No, I can't be mad at Frank.
No, I'm talking about the episode. Like, how did you feel about it? Like, did you understand it?
Oh yeah, he was like, if I just went to school, I would have been struggling and broke. Nigga, fuck that shit.
It's like that alternate reality
Yeah,
shit.
fuck that shit.
Like when his professor first kicked, like when you first, that opening scene when his professor talking about the alternate reality shit.
Yeah, and the thing is, when he said is we live in two different Americas, that's what I said. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, now I totally understand. You feel me? Like he doing everything he can to better himself, and
It ain't paying off.
It ain't paying off because I don't have the money. So
Not even the money, nigga. I'm not white, so these
Yeah.
niggas is dead ass treating me like shit.
yeah, but if I had money, you couldn't touch me, and that was Franklin's thought. It's like, yo, with money, I'm untouchable. So what I'm gonna do?
So he
The
thinks.
Snowfall the one is loosely based on Rick Ross, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
loosely based on, it's basically the start of the crack epidemic. So they go in and they detail like all of the intricate parts of how it went down with the CIA agents and the Nicaragua fighters
Yup.
and the people in America. So it's 3 parts of that war, and it's 3 moving parts that all are literally working in conjunction and don't even know about it. So it's dope. It's a dope show.
I gotta
It's better
start
than-
watching it.
It's not like It's not like Power where it's all dramatic and shit. It's dramatic, but it's not.
Rightfully,
I just caught up on Power
so
the other
dramatic.
day. My girl was like, "What is you watching?" I was like, "It's just a black soap opera."
You seen how they?
Yeah, I kind of got sick of Power.
You seen how they had that little dude in there that was kind of like John Singleton?
Oh yeah, that was fire.
That was
Nigga,
dope as fuck.
Don't nobody make movies in the hood.
He said, "You just recording evidence for the police, nigga. Fuck out of here."
That was fire. Speaking of though, Power. You guys been watching Power?
I just
Nah.
I didn't watch season 5, so I watched all of season 5.
All right, ain't nobody said so. I'm gonna say it. If this is supposed to be the last season,
I hope so.
no, this is supposed to be the last season. They're starting all these new fucking relationships, all these new stories, and I see no end game.
Well, I think
Sounds like Game of Thrones.
Oh. They're having a prequel. To your point, they're making a prequel. They're not making a spinoff to Power. Oh, they're doing a prequel and a spinoff. Okay.
What's the prequel when they snitched on Kanan? Like all that shit.
Say that
Like
again?
the prequel's
Probably.
gonna be what the shit before, like when they all was
Yeah, the
together and then
prequels,
they
yeah.
snitched on Kanan.
The other spinoff they doing.
You
They
blocking
doing
the
two
camera?
spinoffs. They doing they doing a joint where it's gonna happen 2 days after the end of the season. It's gonna be that's what it's gonna be starting. Like the new joint they doing is gonna be like when the end of the season happens. Say whoever dies on Friday. 2 days later they're gonna start the next one. So that's the next one they doing, and then it's a prequel they working on. That's gonna be about the come up of Ghost in Time.
Time out. So they're gonna do a spin-off that's just a continuation.
Yeah, essentially continue. That's why when you see all these new people coming in, these are all gonna be people a part of that spinoff. That's why like when people like, oh, who these
Oh,
people?
okay.
They
So like
it don't make
Shorty
sense
in
for
the
last
school
season.
and all this.
No, they gonna make
Okay.
Mary J. Blige,
They gonna make
all
Tariq.
this shit, like-
say, I'm not about to watch no Tariq spinoff. Like,
I don't know if they're going that direction, but it's looking like it. Tariq, the dude and that girl.
Tariq is probably gonna be a main
Tariq, the
person.
dude and that girl.
Yeah,
it's
so I don't
just
know how they
like
gonna do
when
that
they
whole
started.
thing, yeah.
It's like Tommy and Ghost and
So I think
Tasha.
those both gonna die.
What is this fucking Naruto to Boruto? Like
I think I think Tommy. Listen, I think Tommy gonna die, and I think Ghost going to jail.
I think they both gonna die.
So Ghost gonna be in the new shit still,
I think Ghost gonna kill Tommy.
or it might be the other way around. Because I think one of them is still gonna be in the new shit, but from behind bars, like
Is
very
Tommy and Ghost
loosely.
still beefing?
Yeah, man. It's
Oh, it's-
I'm be real, son. Like I've been watching it, and the whole time I'm just like,
I kind of cringe
hurry up and
sometimes.
hurry up and wrap this shit up. Hurry up, man.
That's how I felt in season 3, man.
By season 3.
Yeah, season 3 was when they started fucking with the Russians, or season 4.
Season
the
3 or 4.
Serbians.
Yeah, whatever. Same
Yeah.
shit.
Season 3.
They all white.
Yeah.
Nah, yeah, it was like too repetitive by then for me.
And now I be watching. So now that I had time off, because I didn't watch season 5 when it came out, so I just watched it last week. They try too hard to tie everything together. Like the whole shit with the Italians, like Teresi and Tommy, and then Ghost went to these niggas, and then Tariq knew these niggas. Like, what the fuck is going on? Like, why are y'all making it like this?
Yeah.
Like, it's just too much.
I think that they did that thing where they backed themselves into a corner with it,
Mm-hmm.
and instead of like wrapping it 2 seasons ago, they tried to milk it, and I was just dead ass completely saturated. It's like Tasha just meeting some random nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like,
That shit was stupid as fuck.
Here, yo.
yeah, she really do.
Yo, that whole shit was dumb as fuck. I didn't even understand that shit.
She ain't even give no time for Silver to rest in peace. Like, she's just like,
They ain't
oh,
even
it's a
found
new
the body
dick.
yet.
Right.
Like,
They ain't even confirmed them dead.
Right. He's just missing.
here comes some other tall, dark skinned nigga. Here she go.
Here she go, falling in the nigga drawers.
That's her 4th body. You know what I'm
She ain't
saying?
fuck him yet.
No,
she didn't. You're
She
right.
didn't. She stopped
Yeah.
going, but it's coming.
She gon' fuck him though.
Oh, damn, that's crazy. The chick really, she really let all the other niggas smash first, and then she get to you, and now you gotta wait.
Yo, to this nigga.
He talking about let me take you on a date.
After he almost already smashed.
All the
like,
other niggas probably hit off.
All them
John.
other niggas hitting the car.
Wow. You hate to see
I was
it.
just about to say.
You hate to see it. Anyways, Future would never. She belong to the streets.
She belong to the streets.
Okay, so how y'all bag women?
I told you, I stare at them until they like me.
No, for real.
Dead ass.
No. If we're gonna be a cutting edge podcast, I need y'all to reveal.
How do I bag women? So you mean like what
Like,
do
when you
I
see
think
when
it
you-
is about me
when you
that
see a
gets
girl?
the girl?
When you see a girl and you want the girl and you get the girl, how you do it?
When I see a girl, I want the girl.
How you get her?
It's usually a progressive thing. It's not like,
Yeah,
oh, I
same.
seen you and I see you. Ooh, I hit you with this line, and then that was
The
it.
rest is history.
And wham, bam, ha. No,
Me and
That
C
ain't-
said this like last year. Like, we hang out with you long enough, you're gonna like us. That's it.
If you're around me long enough, nigga, you gonna find enough things about me that make you want to give me some pussy. That's what's so great. I ain't gonna hold you.
No, that's exactly.
You know what that is? That's kind of like, I ain't gonna hold you. That's kind of what Facebook is. It's kind of like,
X, how you
just
bag your
chilling.
girl, yo?
My girl bagged me.
Oh wow.
That's great. I love to
Josh,
see
how
it.
you bag your girl, man?
I ain't got no girl, but I was friends with my ex. And it, like, she
Y'all
was
niggas play the slow game. Y'all lame.
Long con.
listen, I'm 5'8", man. You gotta take it how it comes.
What the fuck?
Girls might look at me and be like, "Oh, okay, you look good," and then I stand up and they're like, "Eh," and then I'm like, but then I start talking to them, and then they laugh a little bit, and they're like, "All right, he's 5'8", but he's funny."
He's 5'8",
funny.
but
We
he's
can be
funny.
friends.
I'll
Yeah.
allow it.
We can be buddies.
Nah, I don't do the friend zone shit unless I want it. Unless I'm not trying to fuck with you, then we can do the friend zone shit.
Y'all mad way.
I ain't getting friends.
This dude, Layson, just out here fucking
Fuck that shit. I got
Return to the
friend-
Mac.
I've gotten friends.
I'm not doing return to the Mac.
Yes, you
I
are.
don't know. I've never.
He wants us to say some shit like that.
I'm asking. I just want to know.
What about you?
How'd you bag your girl?
How you-
Oh,
yeah.
never mind. We know how you
I
bag.
do that. I'm a
Never
stalker,
mind.
my nigga. I'm crazy.
Oh yeah.
So
So you stared at her long enough until she liked you, right?
Right.
no, it was
That's you
No,
stared at her
I
long
didn't
enough
stare.
until she
It was
liked
more
you.
like a deep gaze. I took a gander.
So when I told the nigga, when I tell the nigga I stare at him long enough until they like me, he's like, nah, that ain't it.
Then he wants
then-
that. Then he wants to
then
act like a
sits there-
fucking
Then he
poet.
sits there and
I took a
tells me-
gander.
I took a deep gaze at her, and then she liked me.
I gazed at her as if she was the abyss.
Come on, man.
I've already broken down my truth. That's what I'm asking you guys.
Okay.
Nah, I just be joking around with girls and seeing how they laugh.
Okay.
Normally,
So-
like I
They
would
got
just
different
joke around
laughs.
with girls
So
and
you
shit.
see a girl. What do you see her in person? Or do you see her on the internet? What do you do? What if you see her in person? What do you do? What's your line? What's your go-to line when you see her? In
Small
person?
go-to.
What's your go-to? What's your go-to line, yo?
That's what I'm saying. I don't got a line. I ain't smooth like that.
Yeah, you know I don't even be talking to bitches like that. I just stare at them. Hey, how you doing?
You got my face.
You got a path.
You got bad. Yo,
Yeah, you laughing. That's how I back my second baby mom.
what the fuck?
Remember the path, the app for like, we had that shit for like a couple months. It was some dumb shit.
It was one of social networks. Yeah, I remember. That's crazy.
I just be like, I be bagging girls at the bar. So I'll just be talking to them.
Oh, okay. So that's it.
Now we getting somewhere.
so-
We're getting somewhere.
All right, so
Josh, you be at the bar. Okay.
so all right, so I be flirting with all the bitches at the bar. Just 'cause I'm trying to make some money.
Bar is a numbers game.
Yeah,
Josh, how you doing?
yeah. And then if I think they look good, I focus more attention on them.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
So how do you do it when you start focusing on attention? How do you hone
So
in?
I just talk to them normal.
What do you?
All right, and then I
what
then
you
I
be saying?
just normal. Like what's good? Like what are you drinking? Shit like that. And then you just talk to them, and you can see if they're feeling you or not. And then you do a little lean over the bar where you're kind of close, but not too close, like not creepy close. And then you say some jokes. They be laughing. Then they keep coming in.
This is what I wanted. That's what I'm talking about.
If they keep coming in,
yeah.
if they keep coming in the days that you know that, or they know that you work, then you're like, all right. And then you slide up in the DMs, and then you're like, oh, let me get that number.
Okay.
And they either ignore you or they don't. And if they don't, you in there.
Okay. Yo, so when you ignore you, do you hit her back like, bitch, I ain't want you anyway?
Ugly bitch.
Nah, I'm just like, all right, you
You ain't
good.
even that fine anyway, yo.
You good.
Nah, son, shit.
Plus, some of them just be tipping me like great off grip before I even.
Just a sidebar, but yo, I hate when people be like interacting with me online and see me in person and
No, say
act
no.
funny.
Anything.
Yo, that shit is creepy. Like, I
used to be
not
like
talking,
that though.
not talking to you anymore anywhere.
You're a fucking creep.
Yeah, yeah.
Creepy.
It's like a weird segue though. Like when you're talking to someone online,
It's
that shit
not-
just don't. It's
I'm not
not for
trying to-
me because I don't give a fuck.
I'm not trying to have a conversation with you. I'm passing you in Walmart and I'm saying hi,
Right.
and you're looking at me like I've never seen this guy before.
Oh yeah.
Bitch,
Definitely.
you was just talking to me earlier.
Like, we had a whole ass conversation.
And
on
I look
Snapchat.
exactly like my profile picture, so I promise.
Yo, for real.
Don't
Niggas
be,
is weird.
don't be fucking weird.
Hate that weird shit.
So after you slide in the DM, how do you close the deal?
I'll just talk to him for a little bit, and then I'm like, let me get your number.
Okay, after you get the number, so you got a number. What do you do? Because I mean, getting the number is the first part. Now you,
This nigga knows
Let's go.
you.
Just breaking down the whole
That's
game,
cool.
Right.
Huh?
and then I'm just like, let's go get a drink or some shit,
Mhm.
and then that's what happens.
Okay, so when you go get the drink,
This dude. That's the.
What are you drinking?
That's the wall.
that's it.
Oh, or you could hit him. You could hit the bartender that's serving you with what you know she drinks. That's a good one. Be like Crown Apple. That's like every girl though.
Bitches love Crown Apple.
Yeah.
I got Crown Apple's really good. I'm drinking that right now.
I told you, bitches love
A
Crown
bottle of
Apple.
wine.
Yeah,
He said, "I told you."
Yo. All right,
What? I'm just trying to take us to the next level.
just trying to take it to the next level. All right, CJ, how you do it?
How I-
Okay, so you slide in DMs. So you slide in DMs, right? And then what happened?
Oh, I'm sliding there with a meme. You already
it's
know how
always
I
the
do.
memes.
You know how
Oh,
I
the gift.
do.
The gift, son.
It's the
Either
memes.
the gifts or the memes.
I hit a girl with the John Cena going across the ring.
Mhm.
That was a good one. It
I ain't
worked.
gonna hold you. I ain't gonna hold you. I usually only slide in your DMs if like we've been interacting
So,
on the post
but
or
not
something.
really interacting.
Nah, if it was like one of them posts where we was interacting,
Mhm.
and I'm like, you know what? I'm saying she be liking my shit. You know what I'm saying, let me slide real quick.
Mm.
Hit it with one of the memes or
All
something.
right, so after you hit the meme, what happened after that? What's the next move?
It's got like a 98% approval rating.
Okay, so boom, you hit the memes, then you
Get the
number.
number.
So you got the number. How you seal the deal?
Now you want to know too much. Now you want. Damn, nigga.
No, nobody's gonna tell me.
What you mean?
No, I just want to know.
Want to know what exactly?
How you
Please
do it.
elaborate. How you do what?
Seal the deal.
Getting
What's
the
the next
number.
move?
What's
What's the next
sealing the? What is sealing? Define sealing the deal. How you crack buns? Is that what you're asking me? Is that what you're asking me? Because
If
I'm
that's what- if
confused.
that's what you do at the end of your deal signing. That's your business. I'm just asking.
No,
After you get
tell
the number,
me.
that's the first step. You got the number.
The
How
first
you-
step
first
towards
Number
what?
is the first step. I don't building a relationship with a person.
See, don't do that.
Yeah, I'm like, this is a foreign substance. What are you talking about?
Yo, I'm asking you. So after you get the number, what do you do after?
Relationships?
What do you do after you get the number?
What I either text them or I don't.
Okay, after you start, when you do, say you do text them, what you
Yeah.
be saying?
Yo, my nigga. See, he got you.
He trying to get a dissertation out
But
here.
he ain't gonna get me.
So listen, I don't give a fuck. I'm an open book.
No, nigga, I'm not. What the fuck? I'm about to. You want to read my text? How about you just read my text? I'm not gonna.
Oh, that'd be entertaining actually. That'd be good
Yo, He's not
content.
reading my text on air.
That'd be good. That'd be good content.
Oh, you got me fucked up.
That would be great content.
Woo!
I feel like we go viral off that shit.
What?
Put on, son. Take one for the team.
What?
So read the text message,
Nigga,
I'm
The team is leaving, and y'all niggas start taking one for the team. Take one for the
You
team.
niggas know different words.
Y'all
bro.
niggas is opting out.
That
Bitch ass
ass.
niggas.
Ain't no one opting out.
Nah, it's like
It's 2019. You act like we got to write a letter for our intake.
This nigga said
No, we're like the bald nigga on the office.
sealing the
traveling
deal.
salesman.
So how
Yeah.
do you seal the deal?
How-
How did you seal the deal in your previous relations?
Before you were washed.
Before I was washed,
Yeah, in your past life. And don't lie to me, cause I lived with you.
Well, it was easy. It was like, yo, come.
It was easy.
Whoa.
You said it. Hey,
don't
whoa.
think I'm out here.
Whoa.
All right, listen, son. So
Whoa.
going out in public was my thing. So when we go out places, you meet people. You drink with them.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying? You're like, yo, where you live?
Facts.
Most cases, you ask them where they live. They live close. Like, yo, come through. You smoke. Come kick it with my niggas. Most cases, especially when you like 19, 20, and you got your own spot, that's all you need. Your own spot.
Yep.
So they come back to the house. I always knew if CJ was home, it was easy.
But then, whoa. No.
If CJ was home?
Man, listen, 9 times out of 10, it's either the fine bitch with the not fine bitch or the 2 fine bitches with the not fine bitch that's not going to leave the not fine bitch.
Yeah, well, but I want to know how you niggas did it because this ain't about me.
Whatever. What's next? You don't want to talk about
you
this.
You don't want to keep going? All right,
This ain't
anyways.
what you really want to talk about.
Like I said, my girl bagged me, so it was easy.
How were you bagged?
You've had other women.
Right.
Yeah, exactly. You had other women before her. How did you seal the deal, X?
Marvin married. I ain't
Some
even
of
asking
them was
him.
easy. Some of them was easy. Like some of them was like threw a party at my apartment, stayed late, sat on my lap, put my hand on your ass. I'm cracking buttons.
Yeah,
Oh, the throwing the
I ain't
party
even
was
gonna-
Throwing the party
throwing
was-
the party is the in. I've ruined my whole party throwing prime chasing one girl, son.
All right, so I'm gonna take us to the next level.
I didn't even think about the parties, man.
Oh, you talking about the after the club?
Yeah,
X.
Y'all niggas just ever got some on the whim? Hit her in the inbox.
Yes.
What you doing?
Like the day
Just
of.
random shit.
This is no one. You
Just
never
random
talked to her
shit.
before.
It's probably late night. You probably seen her that night out. Maybe at the casino. And
Yes.
maybe at the
Yes.
casino. Maybe at the 3Ms or something.
Yep.
I've like not night of. Maybe like a
You
couple
hit her-
nights later.
You hit her with the what you
listen,
doing,
son,
and
I-
she slide.
On some G shit. My favorite thing was catch a bitch on her birthday. Catch a bitch on her birthday because she probably ain't got nothing lined up.
I ain't gonna hold you. As I think after like 23, everybody usually I feel like 9 out of 10 people that drink alcohol get drunk to the point where they're not even having sex on their birthday. Because it's like, yo, I'm either going to sleep or I'm going to throw up and then go to sleep.
Yep.
So niggas just be too old for that shit.
It was, I've like 3 different times where I just, it was either a birthday or like a going away party. We ain't never really had conversations before that. We probably kicked it once or twice, and then you hit them like, yo, what you doing? It's 1 in the morning.
What you doing? Trying to come through?
Yeah.
Yes. Yes, they are.
Yes, they are. Especially if they DM you back, they interested. Especially at 1 in the morning.
You know why I'm here.
You know why I'm here.
Damn.
You know why I'm here.
Niggas, we might have to go get them, well, no, not you no more, but me. I might have to go get one of them, live, laugh, love. Joints for the world.
You really is a free spirit, huh?
Yo.
You really is. All right, so 3 albums. If you had to pick 3 for the soundtrack of your life.
I feel like you got to start this one.
Because you've thought about it.
Yeah. Layson just brought this up before
You-
without
what's your
texting the group
question?
chat.
All right, man. If I had to pick my 3 for my teenage years, it's 100% Blueprint 1. You know what I'm saying? 100%. For my like adult life, like I want to say 22 to 24. It's a toss in the air for me because like that. All right, got to be real, son. It's got to be J. Cole. What is that? Born Sinner?
There's a second one.
That's Born Center, so that would be 2000. Yeah, that would be Born Center, or actually, I take that back. It'd be The Gifted. And Born Center is second for me. And now, album that I'm like, yo, this is 444. So for 2 of my 3 soundtracks of my life, when I go back and I listen to 444, literally what happened in my life at the same time 444 dropped, I'm like, damn. All right. Soundtrack. It's like, I mean, like albums that you go back into one part of your life and you just automatically remember that part of your life due to that album. That's deep. It's probably a lot.
I actually remember I got my theory now. So even though Man on the Moon didn't come out until like my junior year, early junior year. Actually, it was probably perfect timing. Man on the Moon for like high school, and the last 2 years of high school. Just because it's like a mixture of like insecurities and like inspiration and shit like that, and like growing, like I don't know, that shit just, it spoke to me. And then immediately after, when I got out of the army and shit, I had mad more confidence. That's when I started throwing them big ass parties. Take Care for sure. Like Take Care from that like 2 years of my life. Everything that man's speaking about in that album, I swear to God, every single one of them.
Room, son?
No, like the one like
Josh was definitely in my
where he's like
room.
Ollie, that ass. That's what I was talking about at the parties. I fuck mad bitches was trying to fuck with me, and I just went after one girl, and he said something like that in Take Care, like, and then probably everything after that, probably Good Kid, Mad City, like right around the time it didn't come out around the time I was leaving. But like when I left the falls and shit, just like when I got to Arizona, I didn't really realize how toxic of an atmosphere Niagara Falls is. So like when you actually try to do something here, you're really one of few. Like think about the 15 main people you grew up with. Mm-hmm. How many of them are really like trying to do anything? Facts. And how many of them are coming at you for trying to do something? Yep. So I identified with that shit hard when I like left, and I saw a different aspect.
What about now?
Right now, that'd be 4 albums. I don't know, man. I'm in limbo.
Oh, okay, my fault.
Yeah.
See, how about you? You got your 3? You close to your 3?
Kinda.
All right.
I got 2, kinda.
All right.
I got, my, Reasonable Doubt. Nigga, that shit was in my fucking CD player for like 3-4 years straight.
Facts.
That was the first thing I heard every time I got in my car. So that shit there that's my shit from like 17, 18 till about 21, 22 type shit. But fucking after that, like how you had said the Drake shit, I feel like it wasn't just one thing or one project, but it was like compilation of J. Cole, Drake, and Wale all at that same time.
That era, I can't put
like they
pinpoint an
all
album 'cause
kind of hit their
they all got
stride.
3 different albums in that era.
They were all coming up while we were coming up.
They all
very
hit their
distinctive.
stride
Yeah.
at the same time. That niggas was kind of hitting their stride too.
Yep.
And figuring shit out, and it kind of coincides with that. And that's definitely.
So any album from that era.
I can't pick any album because shit. It's them 3. It's like can't pick, man.
What would you say right now, if you can pick one right now for you?
Right now, I don't know. I ain't gonna hold you.
That'd be a better question. We should probably save that for
I don't know.
maybe next week.
Right now, no, I really can't tell you because shit. Like I told you, all I listen is trap music and neo soul. That's it. So
X. I know you about to say some shit nobody's ever heard before.
For sure.
I'm
For sure, my first 2 are both Kid Cudi, the first 2 Man on the Moons. Like,
Yeah, because then I feel bad not to mention the Kanye album because we all like we gotta because I can go back and at the graduation I remember standing on the bus stop before fucking Sun came up was in the graduation.
Yeah, but it's not. I don't think it is like we all agree it's a great album, but it didn't.
No,
we were in middle school, so it wasn't resonating with us on that level.
That was in high school.
No, graduation. Oh, graduation was. Yeah, I was thinking of
Graduation,
College
high
Dropout.
No, Graduation was high school, and
That was early high school though, right?
That was 9th, 10th
Yeah, 9th or 10th grade.
I'm dead ass listening to that shit before the song.
Good morning.
Exactly.
Every time you walking to the bus stop,
Exactly.
I was bumping that shit.
So that brings
Yeah,
back different
that shit
kinds
got
of
you in the
memories.
mood for the day.
Dog, son.
For
Even when I go back and I listen to that shit now, it still give me that same feeling.
Shit, my alarm.
Dead ass.
Yeah.
I was on fucking LimeWire and shit, so I was downloading mad Lil Wayne and
Yup.
the old 50 Cent Power of the Dollar and shit like that. I wasn't even listening to Kanye West.
I bought Kanye albums, man.
Yeah.
I had to make sure
Like,
I had the
I
right
listened
ones.
to Kanye West, but not like that then. Like I got into him a little bit later, probably like 11th, 12th grade. I started listening to all that other shit.
Yeah. I would say Kanye, but no, that Cudi hit different when that came out. And then the second one, I lived in Pittsburgh when I came out.
Second one came in 2011.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I lived in Pittsburgh, and that shit was crazy because like the album, both them albums just fit perfect. Like Josh was saying, the first one, like it was my senior year. Niggas is still like insecure, dealing with shit, and he talked about his dad dying on there. There's mad shit that I could relate to. So then I moved to Pittsburgh, and then that shit was different. Like I had a girl, she was a thought.
Yo, don't laugh at my man. We've all wifed the thought before.
And then
Even worse.
that album was like
Even worse.
Yo.
Yeah. I hope ain't nobody can read lips out there.
yo. So that album was darker.
Yeah.
That album fit. And
Deeper,
then
darker.
third one, I don't even know. I remember the summer that like did the Good Music album and Yeezus come out in the same summer?
Cruel Summer you're talking about?
That's
Mhm.
yeah. No, wasn't it?
Those two albums came out together, didn't they?
Nah,
Like a couple
Yeezus
months
came out
apart.
like
I think Jesus came out a little bit before, right?
A little bit before, yeah.
I just remember them two albums. Like, I was throwing parties when them albums came out, and I just remember like niggas, we would play Mercy like 6 times back to back, and the whole room would sing it word for word every single time.
Them songs hit different, man. Like
Oh my god, that was a fucking era. That's when rap was going crazy.
Yeah, that shit was wild.
When good music, Maybach music, Young Money, fucking Hove and Ye, they all was all rapping like on some rapidy rap shit. And they all did the ciphers and shit. Nigga, remember that shit? That was
Yeah.
like 2011.
it was the perfect mixture though, because you had dudes like 2 Chainz who couldn't really rap, but were making lit shit.
2 Chainz could rap.
Yeah, but
2 Chainz could rap.
he
Big
In
Sean.
my eyes, 2 Chainz is a lyricist.
No, can I be honest with you? Okay, this is what it is. When I say a nigga can rap, I mean full package, and flow is included in that. While he has flow, it's just it doesn't seem
What
natural.
doesn't 2
It doesn't-
Chainz do that would
Natural.
qualify him?
I
as a
love 2
lyricist?
Chainz.
It's a
Don't
lot
get me
of-
wrong.
it's-
As a lyricist,
you know what it is? Because he play with word.
Yes, he does.
He plays with the verse. He play with the like. It's not really. It don't sound serious. Now he has put out serious
But
shit
that's
like
just his style.
like Rapper Go to the League is real fucking serious and it's a good album. You ever listen to that 2 Chainz album?
Mhm.
Rapper Go to the League. That shit is good.
He
You know what I'm
can
saying? That's introspective rap. He can do that. But what he was known was 2 Chainz. I'm Titty Boy. 2 Chainz. Yeah, I'm saying that cadence. You know, everybody was mimicking it. Yo, like.
Yeah, but that's
getting drunk and
that's
high
his
at the
flow,
same time,
like,
drinking champagne on that air.
Yeah.
that he took a lot of low hanging fruit with his punchlines.
Yeah. He was worse than Ludacris with that shit.
Greatest rapper, but
Worse than Big Sean.
Rank Ludacris, yo.
Ludacris is not top 50.
What? Not top 50? I don't know, man. He did his funny shit to get on, but when he actually fell off and wasn't really selling records, and he just started doing features on like Khaled albums and shit, and he was making mixtapes, he can rap, and he sold records. He can make hits. I don't know how he's not in the top 50.
All right.
He's got to be somewhere in
You
the
can-
40s.
Yeah, I don't know.
You can
I
have
don't
that
know what
top
to say.
50.
I think he's in the top
You got
50.
the top 50.
I
But
think
he's
Ludacris
just not like.
And all his joints.
What was the one with Runaway
If I'm
on
not
it?
mistaken,
He rapped
all his
on
joints went platinum. He got 5 joints went platinum.
his last couple probably.
Ludacris albums?
I bought what was it? Chicken and beer.
Word of mouth.
That was his like obnoxious like I'm trying to sell records.
But he was rapping on those. Like I'm not gonna take that away from him, but just like.
But what was the one that came out after that? The one he was in the theater on the front. It was like In His Mind or whatever. Had Runaway on there with Mary J. Blige. He rapped the fuck out of that album.
Runaway love.
Yeah.
That was my shit.
And he had some verses.
That's funny.
I think Ludacris is really underrated.
That nigga Ludacris is out here rapping about little girls getting lost and shit.
Tell me now for top 50.
Top 50, you got it.
He went from lick you from your head to your toes to.
Yeah, that was a record though.
Yeah, he definitely.
That was a record though.
Nigga,
Yeah,
that's
he
still
sold
a record.
albums, you right.
You know what? Let me just for motherfucking old time's sake. What's that shit called? No, it's called Fantasy.
Yeah.
By Ludacris. Yep. Give me 1 second.
All right, hurry up so we can segue.
So no, X never did his third album.
Yeah, my third album.
X's third album is Chicken and Beer, goddamn.
I just really love Chicken and Beer that year.
Oh fuck, nigga.
I don't know. As like
Yeah,
Let him get
yeah,
his off.
Ain't really
yeah.
nothing.
Give it to me now.
It ain't
Give it to
nothing
me
that
now.
stood out that much yet.
Pause.
You don't have one for you this age? I don't know. For me, I think I put 444 on my list, and it is just it's like because I feel like I've grown up so much in this time frame.
Ooh, okay.
You know
Can
what
I
I'm
be
saying?
honest with you? All right. It's probably gonna be Victory Lap for me then in this time frame, cause like 444, like how you feel about 444, I feel like I feel like Victory Lap is that, but it's just more relatable.
It's more. I feel you on
Yeah.
that. I feel you on that.
Cause
Absolutely.
444, he's talking about fucking buying
Basquiat's and
shit
shit.
in Dumbo and like I should have did this with it. I had money and I should have did this with it.
I feel
And
you.
nigga, shit, I ain't even got money yet, nigga. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I feel you on that.
Nipsey was giving me the nigga, yeah, when you broke, do this. So definitely Victory Lap, especially that first track. I thought that shit on.
Oh my God.
It's over.
Especially,
It's over.
Especially when you got it on
First thing in the morning, like when I don't want to go to work,
the master version of it in the car.
I'm driving to work at fucking 4:45 in the morning. I don't want to go.
That shit turn it on, nigga.
Oh yeah. So yo, you want that Benz or no?
But that's a good one. Victory Lap. I would definitely throw that in consideration. I don't know. I think we didn't say album. Did we do album of the decade last podcast?
No, we didn't.
Not doing that.
We were supposed to do it, and then we skipped over
Not
it.
doing that with your album.
Why?
Decade, because then it's like, what album? What are we doing? An R&B album?
Good Kid,
Well, we're always talking about
Rap
hip hop.
album,
We're always talking about
hip
hip
hop
hop.
album.
Rap
So
album.
what?
Hip-hop
Yeah.
album.
Good Kid, Mad City.
That's the album of the decade for you.
Yeah.
I would have to agree. Only maybe if you threw Take Care had a very.
I was just gonna say, Take Care is the number
Take
2 for
Care
me,
in that, or if you said Victory Lap.
because Take Care propelled Drake to Drake, and then Drake's dominated the decade ever
Take
since.
Care was only 50% hip hop though.
That's true. He had a verse on
And that's
almost
my
every
thing.
song though.
It was
No.
50% hip hop though.
very
It was 50%
And Good
him
Kid, Mad City
singing.
was straight hip hop.
Yeah.
This nigga came in and they was like, "This nigga's the one." First,
Can I be honest with you? That day I was fighting y'all in the group chat, but nigga, Good Kid, Mad City is probably definitely the
Go
best
listen
album
to
in the
the
last
album.
10 years.
Did you?
It's
When
the
was the last
best.
time you listened to it?
I don't have to listen to it.
Yo,
I thought a little bit harder.
I'm just when you listen to it, like
Sing for Me, son. Like Sing for
go
Me is
back
like
and
no
you
one's
listen
done a
to it
track
just
like that
one time.
since.
No, just go listen to it one time now, out of nowhere. Like I
I
know
got
you
the
have
album
some
on vinyl.
time.
I still listen to it. It's on
Just
my record
listen
player
to it
right
one
now.
time. You can be like, wow, this sounds extremely polished.
And
for
again,
a
if I'm gonna
first
be honest
album.
with you, like I feel like my bad. I feel like Damn is better.
Yeah.
And I feel like Damn is better, but that's like better like sonically. It's just a better album. Like
With
if you're
the
trying to sell some
impact,
shit
right.
and like a combination of you trying to sell some shit and keep it real at the same time. Damn is all of that.
All right, so you ever had those moments where you real high, and you ain't really doing nothing that your mind is like wandering.
Mhm.
That's when you need to listen to Good Kid, Mad City, so you can truly visualize exactly like this. It's a dead ass a story, probably like a 3-day story that he's telling in an album.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Like he really should have did like
Like
a
you
mini
said,
video for
like,
every single song on
Dead
there.
ass, and you just like you sit back and you think about it. It's like watching Boys in the Hood. But in the
Yo, he still could, yo. I'd still watch that shit.
If
now.
he's saving that shit for the 10-year anniversary, then
maybe I don't know, but it's like watching Boys in the Hood through your ears. You know what I'm saying?
Man.
It's I tried to like
And it's,
compare it to other albums. Like if you put it next to Illmatic and you put it next to Blueprint,
it's the Compton's Illmatic.
yeah.
The way
it
he
holds its own.
Yeah, it's Compton's Illmatic.
Illmatic's like explaining a day through Queens. Like he kind of strays away too. He just gets into rapping
Can I
about
give
other
it a
stuff.
bug
But
with you? It's like it's Section 80 on steroids.
Yeah.
it's a continuation of Section 80
I think
until
so.
it's basically like Section
I
80.
think it's Section 80. No, I think it's Section 80 all over again, just on steroids.
Well, I feel like Section 80 like established his lifestyle, and Good Kid, Mad City was like a fucking culmination of it.
Great too. Section 80 was really good too.
Yeah.
Section 80 was fucking amazing.
I'm
Overly
going
dedicated
big,
mixtape,
suck my
fucking
dick.
Fire.
Yeah.
That shit is an anthem.
Yeah, but for me, it's Good Kid, Mad City by a landslide.
I agree.
Sing for the Moment is legitimately one of the best storytelling tracks, and he's doing continuations of.
Reluctantly, might I add.
He did a continuation of Tammy's song.
What about you, X? I mean, Marvin.
Hiding behind the camera over there. You got no opinion, sir?
Album of the decade.
Last 10 years, yes, the decade. That'd be it. Mm-hmm. Easy answer. Okay, so you're gonna agree with X.
It's by far Good Kid, Mad City. I
Really
actually
close.
think Kendrick
All
is the
right,
artist of
move.
the
You
decade.
blocking the camera for this shit?
Artist of the decade.
Yeah, Kendrick. I think he easily is. Just look at his first 3 albums: Pimp a Butterfly, Damn, and Good Kid, Mad City. All right, is anybody not putting those 3 albums in their top 25 of the decade?
Top 10 of the decade.
I was gonna go top 10. They in my top 10.
Yeah.
All 3. So I mean, and Good Kid, Mad City easily in top 3.
Top
Top
1.
actually. It's the best
Number
one
one.
in the decade.
It is number one.
So
I would
Can I
put.
argue him. being
My thing
artist,
is,
like,
okay, I feel you on that shit, but it's like artist of the decade. When did Damn come out?
2012.
Damn.
No, Pimp
Oh,
Butterfly
sorry, Damn.
2012.
Sorry, Damn,
Damn
I'm
was
thinking of Good Kid, Mad City.
2015.
Damn is second. So
Oh wait,
no,
Damn was
Good Kid-
2012.
Damn was last.
Good Kid, Mad City
Damn
was
was last,
2010.
20
Dan was 17 or 18. It was like
17 or 18. It was probably, I think
17.
Yeah, it was like 17.
I think it
Damn
was
was 7. No. Good Kid came
we went
out
to see it at
2011.
2011.
It's been 2 years since we've heard anything from this nigga.
Yeah. So he was on a 2-year track. He had 2011, 2013, 2015.
That's
So
what I
we're
ain't gonna-
supposed to be
that's-
getting something right now.
That's what's fucking me up.
Oh, it's
in
because you
your
don't get
argument.
enough music for him?
No, it's
I
not
look
even
at
enough
quality of
music. It's like, yo,
project.
can you say something?
Oh, he never did.
Something, do something, nigga.
We don't hear
Do a
Kendrick. We don't hear
nigga, do a cartwheel,
That's
nigga.
when we hear that album. When the album coming, that's when we hear from Kendrick. Other than that, we never hear from Kendrick. We don't know. We
He's-
know
There's
this
the
man
Black
had-
Panther album too.
Oh
He did-
yeah.
And it just gave us.
Over.
I don't get that.
2012 was Good Kid, Mad
All
City.
right, so yeah, I was right. 2012, Good Kid, Mad City.
2015, Pimp a
2015,
Butterfly.
Damn, y'all got the.
And Section 80 was 2011, even though he wasn't really like in the public spotlight yet. So he has 4 really fucking good albums. 2 were classics at least. I say 3 are classics. I think Section 80 is an arguable classic.
Albums are classics. To Pimp a Butterfly
I
is
love
like. Can
it.
I be honest with you, yo? To Pimp a Butterfly. Oh, I'm wildin'. To Pimp a Butterfly is better than Damn.
That shit aged phenomenally.
I don't know if y'all really like if
I
y'all
love
see.
it. I love
And yo, it's crazy. Yo, now that I think about it, yo, you right. He is artist of the decade, and not because of things you name, only because that nigga every single album that he's put out, like the real albums.
Wait. That's what I said. Why he's the artist of the decade. I said the first 3 albums.
No, I'm
You
talking
probably
about the.
putting them in your top. I personally got them in my top 10 of the decade. So that would
But
make
no,
him
I'm
artist
saying
of the
like
decade for
why
me.
though? Because the nigga, they was all stories.
Every last one of them.
Yeah, every one of them. And then you can play Damn backwards. You ever try that shit?
Yep.
Shit fire.
Well,
Yeah.
Only Kendrick can do that.
who is the greatest HBO character of all time?
Tony Soprano.
My personal favorite is Kenny Powers.
Danny Powers.
No, Kenny Powers.
Kenny Powers, yeah.
You're fucking out.
Danny McBride plays him. All right, yeah.
Right.
Oh my God, man. I think Omar is up there.
Omar.
So Tony Soprano is up there. Like his character development's super underrated. I don't know, man.
CJ, you watch a lot of HBO TV.
I'm gonna troll. No, I mean I ain't even gonna troll for instance because this is my second. This is my second. Because ain't nobody even gonna mention. This is my honorable mention actually. The Wire. Also, Mike.
Okay. That was your man's. Yeah, he
Mike
did.
flipped the script and then scanned it off with the bag.
Yeah.
Y'all niggas crazy. He bodied a couple niggas and scanned it off with the bag. Nigga.
Facts.
Bodied all the fuck niggas too. But I gotta agree with Myra, Tony Soprano.
You know what? I've tried to give The Sopranos like 4 or 5 chances. I just can't get into it for some reason. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's just too slow. Maybe I'm just not in the mood to watch it.
What season you get to?
I'm still on season 1.
Oh yeah, that's why. The first season of
You,
every HBO
you
show
have
is
to
trash.
get through you have to push through that first season, but you just gotta pay
It's like that
attention
with
and
every
watch.
HBO show.
Yeah, you
The
crazy.
First season you gotta push through.
No, The Wire clicked off immediately.
Yeah.
He clicked off immediately, yo.
The first season of The Wire is debatably the best.
First or the third.
Third season.
First and the third, go figure. First and the third, nigga, go figure.
Son, Omar whistling, bro.
Yeah, you know what? That nigga was like, debatably, he was the most fuck nigga on the character because he was working with the cops, he was robbing niggas, like he just was on some fuck shit the whole
He's a
show.
lone wolf.
You know what I'm saying? But he had his reasons.
And he had
Man
most
must have a
iconic
code, son.
features.
Nope.
But a man must have a code.
Segway King. Y'all not gonna say that it was okay for him to be out here working with the police?
I'm not saying it's okay. I'm just saying.
And
he's a lone
then
wolf.
we
He
got
ain't had no
Tekashi
backup.
6ix9ine running
Segway
around here
King.
giving books on everybody. Like, yes, Jim Jones, Cardi
Before
B.
we go though,
everything.
before we go, I still got to put my greatest HBO character of all time is Tyrion Lannister.
Tyrion.
Tyrion Lannister is the greatest HBO character of all time.
I only stayed away from that because they were given those characters.
Nope, greatest HBO character of all time. Tyrion Lannister. That scene when he was like, "Yo, I'm not going to the wall for killing Joffrey."
When he was on trial.
Yeah. That was it for me.
When you rewatch it, you
I'm sorry, dog. We gonna go back there because we still talking about trial. But
When-
anyways,
when you rewatch it and you see him in like that first scene too, that he's
Yeah.
like where he's getting in the bed with the prostitutes and shit. He ain't got no beard, and you're like, damn, this is the same character that I like just watched. Like,
Right.
like
exactly. You didn't like him in the first 3 episodes.
You did not think he was gonna live.
No, you thought he was gonna be the first brutal killing on the show. Like, all right, they gonna get him the fuck out of
They
here.
gonna get
and then he hit
Fuck
that dude with the fucking shield,
Man, listen,
put that shit through his head.
Tyrion Lannister, son.
And Bronn, son. Tyrion and Bronn were the best
From
duo.
being the imp of fucking Lannisters to the hand of the queen and the king. Go fucking figure. You know what I'm saying? And his father wanted to kill him.
Sansa too.
Sansa did come. She
I hated Sansa.
Man, you know what?
They made it too easy for her.
like a year or two, and I'm gonna watch Game of Thrones from start to finish again, and maybe because you know what I
I'm
want
gonna
to
give it some time.
You know what it is? It's like, yo, the whole time they made us love a villain. If you start thinking about that concept, it's like, and you go back and you think about who Dany really was. She was a villain the whole show.
The only
You know what
people
I'm saying? Like,
the only
she was
people
the
in that
bad guy.
show who had defined villain roles were Cersei and Joffrey. Really, everyone else you could be like, there was like, is he really a villain? Like even Tyrion. Oh, and Ramsay, yeah. Ramsay was kind of like more like a.
CJ, okay. Now you saying no, but when you sit back and think about it, yes, she had her reasons. She was setting people free, but at the end of the day, she was conquering. She was coming to places, burning it down, saying, "Yo, this is my shit now."
She was never my favorite character. So
When you
No.
think about it, like, that's a concept you probably never thought about it like that because they sugarcoated it.
I always said that they were. I always said they were building it
You know
up
what
to
I'm saying?
this though.
But so you sit back and you think about it with that, then you go back and you watch season 8 again, and you're like, okay, now I see what happened. I see how I see why they went this way. Now, granted, season 8 is still a piece of fucking shit, and they wrapped the season up terribly. But regardless of the fact, yo, you go back and be like, damn, they made me love a villain for 9 fucking years.
Danny might have been the best character in Game of Thrones if it wasn't for the rush development in season 8, because they did such a slow development of her, just building. If they would have did that across 2 seasons, I know we talked about this before, so I'm not going to get too into it. But if they would have sped it up just a little bit, and we would have been talking about her character arc like it was crazy right now. Because with her, I understand the whole flip a switch thing, but the rest of that season sucked so bad that no one cared about the character development of her. Because she could be better than Tyrion if it wasn't for that fucked up last season.
To Tekashi, though.
And before we start talking about Tekashi, I just want, if you guys go back a couple episodes, probably actually like a lot of episodes, I was on here saying all of this shit was going to happen, and Tekashi ain't shit. He ain't a thug. He ain't about that life, and motherfuckers are arguing about it.
I'm not surprised that he snitched at all.
Who argued with you?
People were like, yeah, he's got real. I swear it was someone on the show, but it might not have been.
We all said the nigga was.
He's got real connections. He's really a thug. Blah blah blah.
So,
you think somebody?
I don't remember, man. It was like 6 months ago. It was fuzzy.
They wouldn't be able to talk on the show no more. Well, anyways, how y'all feel about the people that he's telling on and how he's telling? Is it the way that he's like, yo? What you want to know?
He's saying everything.
like what you want to know, or because I mean the shit about Cardi B wasn't a real thing. He didn't really say that in court, but
he did the Jim Jones though.
He did the Jim Jones.
They got
shit.
Jim Jones on the phone,
but Jim Jones wasn't saying shit. He was just like, yo, he wasn't saying that he was about it. He was just saying if I'm Shawty, he gotta violate him, but I'm not him, so. Whatever.
No, he said someone's got to violate him.
Yeah, but he ain't telling nobody to do nothing. He ain't saying I'm gonna do it. Nigga.
Sounds implicating.
Nah.
And then didn't the murder dude? Didn't he say? Yeah, something's gonna happen to him.
You know, he said, "Yo, if somebody gonna violate him, then he gonna end up dead somewhere." Like they said that shit. Said let him know he ain't a part of the gang.
That other nigga phone got to be tapped, or that somebody recorded that phone call.
No, yeah, the phone was tapped.
Jim Jones' phone ain't tapped if they ain't.
Because the other dude's high up, right? Like the other dude's high up right now. Yeah. What's his name? Millie Murder or something? Mel Murder. He's one of the people under investigation. I'm pretty sure. I don't know, but
they dumb for fucking with him, and he dumb for wanting to be a gangbanger as a grown ass man.
I think he's a gangbanger, man. He just probably always was part of this shit.
They both deserve it. Like, they deserve it for thinking that they were about to do all this shit.
He ain't gang banging.
They were going to do all this shit around someone who's not about that life, that they knew. They knew this was a business arrangement. It's one thing to be up in videos to give him some clout and get some money, but that you're doing other shit around this dude that you know is not about that life. So you know he's going to fold. Off jump. How you didn't know and how you were doing things like that, how you allowed him to see your face, how that video was in camera. This is survival of the fittest in my eyes. If you're a gang member and you got all this evidence in court even before he even said something, I don't know how the fuck you were moving. And 2, he deserves that shit too. Everyone's like, all y'all would fold. Maybe I would, but that's why I'm not involved in that shit. That's why I'm not out here running drugs. Because I'm not going to prison for 40 years. But if I was out here running drugs and I got caught, no, I'm not snitching. Be a fucking man.
Cuz had no reason to be even in the videos with drugs and guns and none of that shit, yo.
But he could have did that in music videos and still been like, that's fake weed. Right. We don't do this shit we're talking about. They both could have been like, said the same shit.
No, he did. He took that shit to heart and was like, yo, I'm in a gang.
Exactly.
I'm going to attack
so he can.
People. I'm gonna make it really, really messy for myself.
So now you cannot defend him like a lot of people are defending him.
You don't think at any point them niggas like over there told him like, chill a little bit?
Well, apparently they did.
Yeah.
But and he just kept telling niggas to suck his dick.
I mean, it wasn't niggas.
He putting hits out on
Shotty.
People. Like,
it wasn't Shotty telling me to chill. Shotty like, let that money come in. He making us millions of dollars, millions.
And then they started like extorting them and
robbing them.
But robbing them for money he wouldn't have had if it wasn't for them. Man, this is the same shit that happened.
You gonna make the money and we gonna take it.
This the same shit what happened with Frank Sinatra.
It's death row, nigga. It's death row all over again.
This shit been happening for years, man.
Say, yo, we gonna rob the nigga.
They had to know that he was gonna tell.
Did y'all see the video, the kidnapping?
Yeah.
Son, they laughing and shit. Like,
It's because these young kids be doing it different, man. They think it's fun, man.
Some of them niggas is old.
Oh, a lot of them are older, but the people that kidnapped him, I don't think were.
Man, listen, son.
No, Marv dude is pretty old. He's older. Shouldn't have.
I don't know, man. Maybe New York motherfuckers move different.
Yo,
They're
this
just
nigga
laughing
Tekashi,
about it.
Man, yo,
That's
what
like
the
niggas
fuck?
are terrible crime bosses. Like,
I'm really disappointed in Shotty. That's
So
the
I just
thing.
want to know what they
Should I be
do.
honest
So
with you?
this is what was going on. They was like getting the money from the shows and then just buying drugs and guns and selling drugs with the money that they're making.
Tekashi was willingly paying for that shit.
Yeah, they were like managing his career.
So we gonna keep a cash flow. So we gonna take the money that you make from shows and shit. We gonna sell drugs with it. Like,
And then apparently he found out they were taking more than they should. He tried dipping on them, and that's why they kidnapped him. And he said that like groups within the blood, like 9 Trey or whatever, were fucking fighting with each other over who was gonna manage his career and like all this shit. Man, I couldn't watch the whole shit. Like it's too much. There's too much time. I'd spend hours watching it. But it's wild. It's beyond me.
It's like selling your soul for the devil. So for a year and a half run, you sold your soul, and this is the repercussions. That's it.
Look, he got that stiffy, man.
Look, you got that stiffy.
He's about to get it if he didn't have it already.
Yo, this nigga will probably come out. Nah, well, he can't live in New York no more, so.
He can't live nowhere where there's a blood or anyone. He can't go to witness protection. He's got a 6'9" on his face.
I seen what T.I. said.
Nah.
T.I. said shit. He probably can still go home.
Shit.
Said, man, this nigga's living in every hood that done snitched.
Yeah, but
Walking around with everybody.
Yeah, but that shit was.
Niggas throwing parties.
Well, he ain't going back to New York.
they better put him in North Dakota.
Here come Marv.
Niggas is different nowadays, man.
Yeah.
They threw El Paul block party coming home.
Nah, and I think that, yo, when you
Yeah,
watch,
they threw
listen,
El
if you
Paul
go and
block
watch what
party.
T.I. said, I'm pretty sure that's what he was getting at.
Tekashi's coming home. What?
I'll put a switch on his friends.
Yeah, he snitched on niggas from DC, but still, he killed Mitch. But Tekashi gonna come home. I just don't know how it's gonna be for him because he did snitch on some people, but it's like some of them niggas is young still. Somebody needs some stripes. So I don't know, man.
Yeah, I don't ever see us ever seeing Tekashi 6ix9ine on camera or in videos ever again. We probably
You
ain't
know
never
that song when he was in the war in Puerto Rico, singing to that bitch. He can make them kind of songs. What's that song? You know that? I don't know.
Nah,
He was in some water singing to a girl. He gonna make that kind of shit. He can't talk that gangster shit.
Oh, he ain't gonna be in music. He ain't making no more music ever again.
He can make Puerto Rican music. He could probably make Puerto Rican music.
His rap rock shit.
He could probably do the Puerto Rican reggaeton shit. Oh, he could kill there, bleed. That's where he should have been, to be totally honest with you. Or he should have tried to transition into, which I think he did on his album. I think that was his real him.
Like, like them niggas did do some fucked up shit to him, but also, why would you bring them niggas around your family anyways?
Yeah. So we got any questions? Actually, we were just giving our thoughts.
About Tekashi, I don't really have any questions. You guys got questions about Tekashi?
Proof is in the pudding.
No.
Nah,
It's just, it is what it is.
it's
The
just
nigga
like.
just rap. I mean, it's
I'm
like,
surprised.
but you say though, if I'm in that situation, I would, I wouldn't, nigga. That's not, you're not in that situation. So it's super hard to speak on it like that. But
I understand his perspective. I'm 23 years old. I got all this money. Why would I sit here in jail? These niggas did some grimy shit to me. Like,
yeah, I'm getting out of here. I'm going home. Even if I got to do a year, staying with Sec and move out of the fucking state of New York and go to Delaware and change my name. Okay, bet.
get my tattoos removed off my face.
Okay, bet. And I can live a regular life and not have to look over my shoulder.
That's
I'm up.
another thing too, cause yo, the shit, he blew up, like kind of really overnight.
Yeah, because of Gummo.
So, when the fuck did all them? Where did he have all them tattoos beforehand?
Listen, son.
Yeah.
They walked in to the fucking. He said, he met not Shotty, but the nigga before Shotty.
Mhm.
Walked in, he was working at a fucking grocery store. He said, "Yo, do you make music?" He said, "Yeah, I rap a little bit." He said, "I like you. I start working with you, just like that." So then,
He said he looked cool.
Yeah.
He already had the 6'9" tattoos.
yeah, he looked cool. So then, Gummo came up. That's when he finally met Shotty. He met Shotty on the set of Gummo. He was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna be managing you now." You know what I'm saying, you in the game. He stayed up all night long learning the handshake. Like he testified this shit. You know what I mean? You in the gang now. All these people on the set paid him to be there. He said Shotty wants red flags.
Yo, when did they throw Elpo a block party? Because I'm looking this shit up, man. I'm on a Vice article, and this dude's like, this dude will never come back to Harlem, blah, blah. This is from 2015 when he got out. He said, now that he's out of prison, do you suspect he'll come back to Harlem? He said, I'm certain that Elpo won't come back to New York. He knows he has a bullseye on him.
He's been in New York.
When he left Harlem scarred, people have strong feelings about it. I don't know. That was in 2015, though.
The niggas still kill you after 15 years to do some shit.
Apparently, he's got a Twitter. It only has like 450 followers, though.
I bet. Yeah. How long do you think you should be with a person before you move in?
For what?
Before you move in.
0. Day 0.
First day.
We getting old, man. Only way to know if you can marry someone is to know if you can live with them.
CJ like, I ain't never doing that shit.
I think
so.
we should be married for a little while before we move in together.
You mean dating?
Yo, this nigga CJ is wild. I'm about to get out
married.
of here.
Oh, no, he ain't make a mistake.
I'm out this shit. Yo, this nigga said what? We gonna get married before we get a how?
Nah, probably I don't know, like if y'all really talking about going to the next level type shit, then probably like, I don't know, 6 months to a year before.
6 months to a year. X, how you feel?
Me and my girl moving in together like after like 3 months, 4 months.
Yeah, when you get with someone that like it's really like that with, after 3-4 months, it might be infatuation, but the only way to find out is to throw yourself into something like that. And it sucks because if it doesn't work out, that's just one more thing you got to get through. But you don't know someone until you live with someone, man.
You really don't.
You don't. Like, you don't know if they're a slob, really. You don't know if when you go from the only time I ever had it, because like I said with my ex, my last ex, we were friends, we moved in together, and we started dating. But the other one, it was right out of high school. It was like 2 years after high school. I went from living with my parents, she was living with her parents, so she only had a room to keep clean. And then you move in together and you see like who's like, when it's on a fucking apartment level, does that shit get dirty? Fucking when you got to be with them 97% of the day, can you do it? And nah, like that was the boy. That's how I figured out. Like, nah, this shit ain't gonna work. When you got an option to leave them, you don't know. So if you're really rocking with someone like 3 months, I don't think that's too soon.
I don't think it's absurd. I do think
Yeah.
it's too soon.
I feel like I don't really think it's a timetable because technically me and my girl didn't move in together for about 9 months, but technically, but she was at my house every day. So she like came over and never left.
Just was there every day.
It sounded like I kept her hostage, but no, I didn't keep her hostage. She was just there every day.
You did.
She did that thing where she
Yeah,
brought the
I think I
toothbrush.
locked her up.
It all makes sense now. From like the story that you told us, like how you got her, and then now you telling us,
Facts. He told her he was gonna give her a ride home before he went to work, and then he was like, "Yo, I'm running late for work. Can you just chill here for the day?" And then he got back.
She never left.
He got back, and he was like, "You might as well chill here tonight." Yeah. That's
37 nights
happened.
later.
That's definitely what happened.
That's exactly how it works, yeah.
That's exactly how it works. You sound like fucking.
The ant in DC.
Listen,
Marv just takes a group chat.
on some G shit.
I'm not listening to anything you say. You're a creep.
No, I'm not. Cause
You're a creep.
Okay, so you like a person. Y'all both got lives. When you older, y'all niggas got to go to work. So you got to spend time when you can. So I don't want to spend that extra hour trying to plan to do something when I can just come home and you're already there. You know what I'm saying? Or we both got to get up at work at 6 o'clock in the morning. So what's the point in you going to your house, shower and doing something, and then coming back here to wake up and go to work? That doesn't make sense, right? We're going to be together. We want to hang out today, right? So she was like, all right, bet. I'm just going to kick it here. I'm like, cool. And then it was like, yo, this shit is kind of small. I need something else.
Nigga looked at me.
Bitch. You ain't leaving. Bitch, you better not go home. I ain't trying to deal with no more houses.
So it was really.
You thought you was going somewhere?
Well,
I got a toothbrush for you. Sit your ass.
Brand new one.
well, you can speculate.
Huh?
You can speculate. That's not how it works.
You didn't even deny it.
Look, yo. Sometimes you gotta put your foot down, CJ. You know.
On her throat?
Wherever it lands.
Wherever it lands.
Alright.
Yeah, niggas.
Nope, that's it. That's all I got.
Black Needle.
Black Neato.
So, apparently, they are eyeing Denzel Washington to play Magneto.
Black Needle.
No, did you? No, the niggas really
How many
did it,
times
yo.
is he
Hold
gonna
on,
say
no,
guarantee?
Wait a second. This is completely off Black Needle. But them niggas really did that shit, yo. They really stormed Area 51.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, like 100 people, yeah.
Niggas really showed up. It wasn't 100. It was
Yeah.
more than 100, yo.
It was something like that. It wasn't a
like 500
lot.
people.
That's
So-
crazy.
Just showed
They didn't
up
even
out
storm it though.
there.
They
They
were
just went out there just take pictures and shit, but they dead ass showed up.
they took pictures.
Niggas was running behind the fucking.
The government let them
statue.
get all close. Like,
Yeah.
just don't storm it. We'll let you come up
No,
to
they
the gates.
detained 2 people that was trying to go underneath the fence. But the one news reporter was in the camera shot, and the guy comes through doing the Naruto run. It was great.
Yeah.
That shit started off with just a regular ass nigga on a drunken night, like, yo, we should all just storm Area 51. They can't stop all of us, and they just
Did they-
shit stormed.
They stopped them by appeasing them. They said you could come closer than we've ever allowed you to. If you came within 100 feet of that gate, you're getting detained, motherfucker. Like, they ain't letting you walk up to the gate.
51?
That shit's all underground.
Okay, they already just confirmed that that video that Blink 182 shared of the UFOs is real. Like, they fucking saw, and I seen the video. It's 2 air pilots flying in the fucking air, and it's a fucking floating object, and they're like, what the fuck is that? And the shit fucking zooms away. And they said it's real.
Who said that's real?
The Navy.
They confirmed that it was real, but they didn't confirm that it was otherworldly. So basically, they said, like,
That's a real video.
yeah, so like a UFO doesn't mean it's alien. It just means it's unidentified. So it could have been some testing or whatever. But why would they admit to testing on some shit that looks like that if they weren't trying to hide something else?
Dog, it's aliens.
There's definitely aliens.
Aliens, dog. Like,
Looking
none
like
of
that.
This shit matters, dog.
Like Jack Skeleton.
None of the shit that we be talking about matters, yo.
It don't matter because there's aliens.
Nigga, yo, it's big. It's bigger than Nino Brown, my nigga. This shit is bigger than Nino fucking
It's
Brown.
bigger than Black Nito.
Like, this shit is big, nigga. Think about that. The fact that we are just a speck or a life form in this massive fucking universe.
But it's the same thing as like a kid coming from the hood. Just to think we're that little kid that no one cares about, and then you end up being Jay-Z. We're them little specks in the.
No,
Yeah,
Jay-Z
because
don't
if
fucking matter either.
no, but he matters. He matters. He listen.
think this is a Transformers
Yeah,
movie.
he matters on
Nah.
our level. Listen. I'm about to drop a jewel. He matters on our level when he never did before. So if we can make the come up, then we'll matter on the universal level like we never did before. That's how it is. You either evolve and you conquer, and we're about to be conquering other planets, or we're about to not mean shit, and we're all gonna die.
But the fact
That
that
one.
we're on this planet doing meaningless things
They're not meaningless though. We're learning how to land drone ships on fucking
We
non.
ain't learning how to drone.
No one ever does. Listen, 98% of the population don't mean shit. You're right.
About pop culture.
98% of the population don't mean shit. It's every single generation has Da Vinci, like has Tesla, has fucking Musk. That's just how it is. And they bring
it doesn't
us
scare
with
you
them.
That it is like that. It's confirmed that it's just that we're just on a rock. And we're just fucking life forms running around on a fucking rock that's floating around.
I really try not
another
to think
fucking
about this
star.
shit.
Like that doesn't fucking that doesn't bug your fucking mind to think about. We're just literally on a fucking rock with like, you know how you look.
Well,
at a
I'm
rock
really glad
and
I'm
it's
on
got
this rock.
moss
Have you
on
ever
it
seen?
and shit, and there's
Yeah.
ants that run around that.
You guys watch the one?
That's their universe.
Yeah, I
That's
watched the
their
100.
world.
Are you plug up?
No. Is it still going?
It's on like
But also-
yeah.
I watched like 2
I need a
seasons.
fucking
What?
tinfoil hat right now. I should have made a tinfoil hat today.
We still matter because the odds of life in the universe are still so slim.
Yeah. You being born is a miracle.
No matter what you do with your life, you being born was a miracle.
That's not necessarily true.
No, it's true,
that's
man.
true.
The conditions
There's
that needed to
countless
happen.
planets that are lifeless.
Like we literally all started when they say nothing is perfect. We literally started because of one little mistake in perfection.
Nah, but
Yes.
we say that. No, I'm not talking about that. I'm saying I say that it's lifeless. That all them planets is lifeless. We don't know that they lifeless.
the joint.
But they
No, but they.
but
know
they're
the
definitely
conditions-
not at our level.
They know the conditions that are necessary
But-
to create.
I argue with that because you only know the conditions that are necessary to produce this life. Just because this is
That's
how
what
we
I'm
live
saying.
doesn't mean that's how other things
We
live.
can know it could be motherfuckers that look just like us that can live there. Be just because that's just
Now, if they're
that's
gonna,
just that.
you need carbon though. That's the thing. We are the only ones that have like this is the only planet that has necessary levels of carbon. But
Because we've been to other planets. All the
we've been to other planets enough to get samples. We've never.
Close enough.
Yeah.
have we?
Yeah, we got shit on Mars.
You seen them
Yeah, we seen them land that shit.
I ain't gonna.
on Mars? Yeah, I seen Mars shit.
We seen them land that shit on Mars.
And they
How many
send.
planets is it?
9 in our
Nah.
solar system.
No, countless.
9 in our
In
solar
our
system.
solar
I never seen a nigga land on one of Saturn's rings.
No, but we
You
do.
can't, though, 'cause it's just,
This is just
asteroid
gas.
field,
Yeah.
Well, shit, prove it.
and Saturn is just gas, right?
Prove it. So you mean to tell me there's a big ass planet out there that if you try to go land on, you just gonna fall through because it's gas?
It's not gonna-
There's
well,
probably little
it's
pieces of rock in there.
Covered in gas, like the fact that shit is toxic to us. Like, you ever seen? You know what would be a little bit before you watch?
explain it.
Okay, so that shit that you see on like the color of Saturn with that gas and shit is probably land underneath there, but that air is so toxic that we wouldn't be able to land on a planet like that. Not only is it fucking 10 million light years away from us, it's still toxic for human life, so we wouldn't be able to land on it and see shit.
Listen, yo, these niggas
You can
on
land
these niggas on the 100. These niggas on the
on
100.
this fictional show.
Yeah. But yo,
Based off of.
I watched the movie.
These
and it was
niggas
like they was,
hydro. No, they're gonna let me talk.
go get your
first.
shit off.
These niggas hydro freeze themselves, right? For like 120 something years. That's how long it took to get to this other planet. That was just like Earth. Nigga, there's a whole entire galaxy out there.
You
Just
think that we
because
can do that?
just because the only 7 planets.
Do you think we can hydro freeze ourselves? CJ?
Also,
Stop ourselves from aging?
Listen, I do. Honestly, I
do you
I do.
honestly believe that's possible?
also, it.
Do I believe that somewhere they doing that shit? That they have the ability to do that shit? Hell yeah! Just like I think they have the ability to clone some shit. Nigga,
Like here, or you mean somewhere else?
wherever the fuck on Earth. Nigga.
Oh, on Earth. Okay.
Fuck, nigga. Somebody somewhere on Earth, nigga.
But
Can
that
put
show, it don't
somebody
matter how
out there
long you hydro
Bring
freeze
them
yourself,
back up
because these things are light years
at a later
away,
date.
which means it takes light. Like how long? How long is a light? It takes light a year to get there. So I don't care. 112 years, you're about to be like 10% there, not even close. That show is a fictional show,
Listen,
homie.
what you mean?
You could freeze yourself for 300 years. You won't even come close to the next planet.
Even the way
Well,
they
no,
fly
you
through
would. Mars,
space,
you would,
man,
but not.
They don't got enough gas to just fly you for 100 years. They like catching fucking orbits and floating.
Yeah, but there's no gravity in space, so there's no resistance. So if there's no resistance, are you really using gas?
Right.
No, No, you just floating through.
I know everything about space.
I don't.
We don't.
But I know the shit they're telling me, man.
Shit about space.
I know when I drive up a hill, my gas there's more usage
There
of
have been
gas.
In history, probably like 6 humans ever up there.
No, there's people up there all the time
People
fixing
live up there
fixing
right
up
now.
the space station.
People
I mean,
living
right
up there
there,
right
Space
now.
station
Yeah.
is still technically like in our atmosphere.
Them niggas just
Is-
up
oh.
there chilling. Like,
Are you
not
sure?
That far.
It's in our orbit. Like it's not like it's
They
not
up there.
It's not like crazy.
They up
Yeah,
there,
but
like,
the moon's
like,
in our
like,
orbit.
from the show's point of view, like from us show,
It's like right there.
from us show's point of view, like they can still see Earth type
Yes.
shit, but they can't see all them other planets. Nigga, they ain't out there. You can't, nigga, go out there.
I believe in Elon Musk.
Somebody
Like,
go
they're not
explore
sending
space.
Someone to Mars. Like
I need to see some niggas go explore space.
I need to see some niggas go to Mars.
Nigga, we about to see aliens on this planet.
Y'all got
in
me
the next
fucked
10
up.
years.
That's the only way we gotta
I think
get
it's
some
gonna happen within the
aliens.
next
Well,
10
if we
years,
ain't going there, they gotta come here.
But no, that's what's gonna save us, bro. I'm telling you, we got the aliens in
I'm
Area
scared as
51.
fuck.
Listen,
he said the
listen.
aliens gonna save us.
Listen, no. If we got them under control, then they ain't as badass as we think they
He
are.
said we can control aliens.
If Area 51's been around for 60 years and them motherfuckers never got out, then we're controlling them.
No, nigga, we're detaining
How, you can
Probably
only detain someone you could control.
a few of them.
Okay, but listen, if we got them, then their technology allowed them to move very long distances. So when this world's destroyed, that's what's gonna happen. It'll be like all them years we were lying about Area 51. Here's some ships. All you rich motherfuckers get on this shit.
Okay, let a big ass ship full of aliens pop out in Super Saiyan suits, nigga, shooting laser beams, nigga, with aluminum.
I'm not
tubes.
saying.
You gonna have a whole different fucking.
See,
suit,
you
nigga.
be going a whole different way. I'm
just
saying,
letting you know right now, nigga.
I'm saying if they're here
So
and we
what
have their
happens when the aliens
technology,
come, son?
If the aliens came and they were saying, I would just go outside and just take my death because it's curtains.
Yeah, it's over.
There's nothing we could do.
I'm gonna see if I can hit them
aliens
one
can
time.
Deadass do shit like lift shit with their minds and shit. I feel
No,
like they,
they can't do that. Man.
You know? How do you know?
They're-
Bitch, you ain't ever seen no fucking
Cause
alien.
dude, they ain't fucking. They ain't
No.
fucking.
This nigga's white privilege is allowing him to tell an alien what he can do.
Bro, like they're not fucking.
You can't do that.
They're not fucking superheroes, bro. I'm not going.
You gonna say they're not superheroes? How do you know that?
They're
don't
probably.
know that.
They're probably
So a
very
superhero-
smart.
So a
gotta
white
be
man
very
super.
Y'all act like there's an intelligence level
but
you
an
can
alien
reach that
can't.
allows you to control things with your mind.
I do, no, I
Probably.
believe. I think that there's people. If we, if
I'm the weirdo for thinking motherfuckers can't control shit with their minds.
my nigga, we have a human brain that we can control with less than 10% of.
So
And look at what we can do with less than 10% of a human brain, nigga. Imagine what you can do with 50% of an alien.
you could just
brain,
do
nigga.
you could just do calculations a little bit faster. I feel like you're not controlling shit.
Oh,
you
yeah,
can't.
so you can
listen,
add up the
listen,
change in your
listen.
personal file.
really fast.
bro,
That's the only thing. Yo, white people don't want to give nobody else credit for shit.
bro, listen.
Yo, aliens
I will give the
just
white
not-
aliens all the credit they
you
deserve.
flew all the way to Earth from 120 million light years away.
Okay.
There's no way you can.
Listen,
do it
you
with
would
your
you
mind,
would
though.
if you could control shit with your mind, you are literally changing the laws of the universe with your
The
mind.
laws that a white man wrote.
You don't even know the laws of the bitch. Your laws of the universe.
The laws
We
of
ain't never
gravity.
left Earth.
The
The
laws of
niggas that
gra-
wrote that shit
The
thought
laws
the
of-
Earth was flat.
Laws of gravity was written by
They
by
didn't
a
think
white man
they did not.
by a candle because they didn't have electricity.
Listen, son.
You got me fucked up, nigga. Fuck you.
All right. So regardless of who the fuck wrote the goddamn laws, they've proven them. And you're telling me that these motherfuckers are so smart.
proven
Like
them.
every single one of us has 90% of our brain that if we just unlock it, we can just fucking twist the laws of physics, gravity, fucking all that shit. Fuck it. I can make that shirt come right to me.
You know what? How do you know that wouldn't be possible? Have
For
you
real,
ever-
yo,
I
You don't know what you don't know. Josh.
Listen, the only way they could do that is if they installed some shit in their brain that got onto the wavelengths and they could control waves, and they wouldn't be
Bruh.
controlling the shirt, they'd be
Bruh.
controlling the waves around the
Bruh.
shirt to lift it and bring it to
Bruh,
them.
The fact that
Once
You think
again,
that you
laws
know
of
that-
physics that white men wrote.
that can only
No
be
one
used
wrote the
to
laws of
separate-
physics.
Whoever came up with the theories.
Then
only
where'd
use
they come from?
Maybe 12.
They were here when we got here. They were discovered.
Maybe 12 to 13% of their brain.
Laws of physics was in the Bible.
Listen, man.
Listen, son.
I'm not saying we
tell
about to
me-
just beat some aliens in war. My point.
They come here to take over, Josh.
My
All
point-
I'm just saying is when they want to rape you, you're gonna be. the
I'm
first
killing
one.
myself, bro.
Then you're gonna be like, yo, you can't move me with my mind. I'll fight you off. And they're gonna like, zoop, 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 zoop.
That's wild. I'm just saying that if they're here, we're getting their technology. We're gonna learn how to bend. These motherfuckers, I can't stand you guys. Fuck you guys, I'm going home. Let me just drink my wine.
That's going to be it, Josh.
Yo, that is crazy.
If I'm the first one, I know.
If
If I'm the first one, then I'm singing like 6ix9ine, bro. I'm be like, Layson lives here. CJ lives here.
Throw your little pink ass right up in the air and strip you. You say what now, little fella?
Y'all are trash.
Alright, sir.
Y'all are trash.
Nah.
So for Josh.
Oh, man,
I quit.
Anyways,
Alright.
so what was you talking about before we went off on aliens coming? Black Nito.
Oh my God! Wait! Listen to this tweet. David Benoit, the son of Chris Benoit, says he wants to join All Elite Wrestling, and someone quote tweeted it. Listen, someone quote tweeted it and said, "The one turtle that made it to the ocean." I'm going to hell. Oh my God!
Yo, some real shit. How he make it out? He ain't get body?
He ain't lived there.
He must have been at his aunt's.
He must have been at his mama's house. He must have been at his mama's house.
The mom got killed too,
No, that's
right?
Oh, that was like his second wife.
There you go.
That is great.
First time coming from a broken home saved his life.
Because the WWE won't let him go.
Coming from
last
broken
name.
home, David's life.
White privilege, man. God damn.
The first bitch was smarter.
She's like, "Gee, this dude gonna kill my kids. I'm getting a divorce." I don't even know why we're joking about this. It's fucked up.
What'd you say? I missed it.
I don't even know why we're joking about what he said.
I wasn't joking about it. I was just laughing at y'all jokes.
You definitely making jokes. You said it was white privilege.
You guys got anything
White privilege is a
else?
joke because it don't exist.
NFL. You guys been watching the NFL?
Packers 2-0.
Bills Super Bowl.
Bills 2-0. You going to home opener?
I was gonna go, but I didn't get a ticket. I was just gonna go tailgate, but everyone's got
Thinking
tickets.
About just going to scalp a
Yeah.
ticket, yo.
Nah, them shits are about to be crazy.
Even
I just wanted to go tailgate and go to the bar, but everyone's going to the game.
yeah.
But they're about to lose to the Bengals because this is just how it goes. This is how it goes,
Yeah,
man.
This is how it goes. Start strong on the road, go home, lose a game.
Josh Allen looks like, if you really look at it, he looks like shit, but it's just the people he's facing look worse.
We gonna smoke the fucking.
I picked the Packers to go to the
We
Super
got
Bowl,
y'all
so
on Thursday, though.
We gonna smoke y'all too.
Packers aren't deep.
Smoke y'all.
So if people get hurt on the Packers, they're gonna suck. But they're starting 22, top 3 in the NFL. The Patriots defense is insane.
Yeah.
They've let 1.5 points per game. They got a 3-point game and a shutout against
The
Big
shutout
Ben.
against the Dolphins though.
Yo,
Yeah, but
I tried to get Dallas defense, and I was pissed.
the Ravens defense let 10 points in.
We'll see. Fucking quarterback's going down.
Oh my God.
Drew Brees.
Like, it's been nightmare after nightmare. Every time Houston play, I'm holding my breath because I know it's Deshaun 1 hit away.
This what we were robbed of fucking a great ass career from Andrew Luck because his offensive lines were straight garbage.
Yep.
But he can't move like Watson can. But still, you still can't give any quarterback that offensive line. You can't. Like Big Ben just now being hurt is a fucking miracle because that motherfucker's been
He
getting.
get hurts a lot though. Like it's like he gets hurt.
He
a lot.
gets.
Nicked up.
He was the
Yeah,
most
he's
sacked
had-
dude like 6 years
I
of his
know, but he's had
career.
the broken
Yeah.
foot, the broken arms. He's had all of that.
Some of that shit was
throughout
from
his career.
crashing though.
Yeah, crashing. Some of it was him getting hit. Like remember he got bent backwards, fucked up his
Yeah.
foot. So I mean,
He has had a couple, I
when
guess.
but those type of quarterbacks,
But he's big enough, yeah.
But he was physical. He was outside the pocket. So those type of hits, like the Cam Newton, though, like Cam Newton's breaking down, and that shit is sad to watch because it was like 2015, he was the best player on the planet, and then 4 years later,
I mean, that's
What happened?
The Packers finally
Injuries.
learn.
He can't get healthy.
The Packers might, even though they finally learned and gave him an offensive line, they still might be fucked. Aaron Rodgers still might not be the best in the league because of those 7 years where he was just getting fucked every game.
Yup.
Patrick Mahomes looked like Aaron
And
Rodgers.
was still putting up 30.
He looks like Aaron Rodgers times 2.
Oh yeah,
Like he's bigger, faster,
That's Aaron Favre.
it's Aaron Favre.
but he's also had the playmakers that the situation Patrick Mahomes was blessed
He
with.
walked into a
At
team that was
Andy
winning 11
Reid,
games already.
one of the best offensive geniuses of the past 2 decades. Tyreek Hill, Sammy Watkins. They're 3 and 4 guys that are always dudes that could be like number 2s on other teams. Kareem Hunt, Damian Williams. Now he's got LaShawn McCoy. Their offensive line ain't bad. If Aaron Rodgers was, I wish we were given that with Aaron Rodgers.
If Kansas City had slightly a better defense, like they gave up like 7 less points a game, they will probably be Super Bowl champions by now.
Oh yeah, they were one stop away.
They didn't jump off sides on that last play.
He didn't even jump. His finger was a fucking inch over, dude. It was the right call, but it was such a cheap call, dude. He didn't have any benefit from that.
Right.
Like, whatever. That's a different topic.
Anyways, that's
Drew
it.
Brees,
About the
right?
NFL. Drew Brees went down for the thumb, but he's out for 6 weeks. He's coming back. Nick Foles is supposed to be coming back like
10
11.
weeks. But if that happens
Uncle
again
Rico
to my
was
son,
going, though.
if he gets hurt or something again and someone takes his job again, that's wild. Super Bowl picks.
This early,
Yeah.
after 2 games of watching, Dallas looks really fucking good.
Mine's Packers
know.
Patriots.
Yup,
I know,
Packers,
son.
Patriots.
Dallas looks fucking scary, yo. I ain't even going. That defense is so fast, and they got playmakers at every position on offense.
Yeah, but then they'll get to the playoffs and Sean Garrett will get out coached, so it don't matter.
Yeah, and
know
Dak
that.
Prescott will get out fucking. He'll throw an interception.
We'll get the 130-yard game from Dak Prescott.
I could easily see them making it to the NFC Championship and next year, like getting them ready. This will be like the year that they're
Seattle
like.
looks fucking decent. Russell Wilson ain't coming to play with you niggas.
We got a defense this year, so we about to
I
get
haven't
out.
seen any Packers games yet, so I'm gonna watch it.
Their defense is for real.
We lead the league in takeaways.
Who they play week 2?
You're like, yeah, I don't watch football.
Vikings, and he's balling.
I got nothing.
Aaron Rodgers was balling, and then they just like kept him back because they're.
Yeah,
Um,
for the defense won us.
I think that might be it though.
that's about it, guys. X, man, how many more shows before
One.
this is the last one, or you got one more?
Maybe 2 if I leave on the 6th too.
2 shows left.
28. Yeah, the 5th's gonna be Saturday, right?
We gotta get up and go get some drinks
All right.
and all that other good shit. You know what I'm saying?
Some food.
Facts. Some wangs.
Wangs, and you guys can show me how you do things, how you maneuver out here in these streets. Y'all can show me how you maneuver in these streets. It's TrapNerd Podcast. We maneuver in these streets. We out.
Peace.
This podcast was produced by Marvin Crittenden of Marv Media Network.